with the ultra rares, but you can see the 4 stars have this additional ability trait unlocked. And if you have 5 stars, you have another one, and of course you have a 6 stars, you have another. So obviously these SR characters are going to you're gonna have an easier time to get them all the way unlocked with these stars versus an ultra rare, because getting dupes for them are going to just be very, very hard. But that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, we have to actually see Neji in combat. I don't have any stamina. What do I? Oh, I got this. Hold on. Everybody relax. I got this. We will see Neji in combat. Who can we drop? No. I'm gonna drop the 7th Hokage, believe it or not. There we go. I already got a Naruto on my team. Do I need like multiple Narutos? No, I don't. So we'll just go ahead and drop him, and then I'll go over here to the events. Nope, we're gonna go to missions. We're gonna go to gold rush drills, and this is another example of some gameplay that you basically, it's just a straight damage rush. You're just trying to do as much damage as you possibly can. So let's get it on, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just keep it on auto just for one round through. I love the 7th Hokage's attack though, because he just punches you right in your chest, which is kind of cool. I might do some finagling on my team. Maybe I drop Sakura. I don't know yet. I'm not 100% sure. I think I made a mistake already dropping 7th Hokage. But there's Neji, ladies and gentlemen. Res Neji. Bring him back. Ah, no words? Come on, Neji. All right, hold on. Can we get his ultimate first? Let's see if we can get Neji's ultimate on this next spin around. As you might expect, Naruto's ultimate, Rasen Shuriken. If you guys haven't seen any videos yet. Let's see who's next turn. We're going to get a full ultimate here, so you get to see every single one of their ultimates. Cherry Blossom Clash. We've already seen Thousand Needles. And then, of course, Tamare's little wind fan attack, which is actually a really cool animation. It's such a good AoE. That's why I keep Sakura, and I like Sakura. I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody like Sakura?
Very, very. We actually might kill him. That's a good AoE as well. How many more rounds do I? Ah, come on! I was almost there. You only have a limited amount of rounds to kill him before it's over. So, dang it! I wanted to show off Neji. I guess you're gonna have to stay tuned for the next video. Once again, my name is FG3000. I do thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, join the guild, man. I got room. Please don't leave me alone. Bye.
Upon my doctor's recommendation, I will remain in self-isolation for 14 days. I want to be clear, I have no symptoms, and I'm feeling good. And technology allows me to work from home. Of course, it's an inconvenience, and...
That's right, Donna. It was almost as if
for 18 minutes. The average
It's a Gundam.
fan listens for, are you ready for this? An hour and 20 minutes.
How can that be?
Answer most commonly given. I want to see what he'll say next.
All right, okay, fine. But what about the people who hate?
Gundam.
Good point. The average
Gundam.
gamer listens for 2.5 hours a day.
Look, but if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer, I want to see what he'll say next.
Pixel sent this to me. It's a few days old. Kind of funny, did an interview with Pete Hines from Bethesda, where he talks about what they're up to, yada yada. It's nothing really that interesting, because in all honesty, the only thing people are interested in right now is... What the hell are they interested in? Doom Eternal. But that's about it. I mean, let's face it, I'm definitely not interested in the next Fallout or Elder Scrolls, because I know what's going to happen. Bethesda's going to release some buggy-ass game, because that's all they do now. And we're supposed to sit there and go, thank you very much for this piece of crap. I mean, Bethesda's been dropped the ball since Fallout 4. If you've been watching my channel long enough, you know I've been screaming since then. This isn't new. I'm saying they dropped the ball at Fallout 4 in the sense of Fallout 4 was just so much below the minimum that I was willing to take from Bethesda. I can stomach a lot of that cry. What is that engine called again? Game Bros. I don't even remember anymore. I can stomach that trash-ass engine putting out a game, long as the story is good, or at least interesting. Fallout 4 wasn't even an RPG. It was an action shooter, fake wannabe role playing.
I'm gonna try not to go into a rant already.
We have cool friends. If that's not the gayest shit I've seen. Like, for real. And I watch RuPaul's Drag Race. That's saying something.
Most of you watching are gonna go, the f is that? That's what you deserve. This is who I am.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to We Have Cool Friends, the cool show where we interview our cool friends about the cool things they're doing. I'm Greg, and this is my cool friend, Pete Hines.
I'm not going to play around because this is like an hour and 19 minutes.
Doom Eternal, March 20th, 2020. Fallout 76 Wastelanders update, April 7th, 2020. And then I have on here, of course, Ghostwire Tokyo, Deathloop, Orion, your streaming platform, or your streaming technology you're working on.
More ESO stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, there's more ESO
Did
stuff.
you say?
And maybe that's the problem with Bethesda. Putting out trash almost yearly. Quality versus quantity is something I think Bethesda really needs to learn. I give Rockstar a lot of trash, but at least with Red Dead Redemption 2, which I feel isn't that amazing as far as gameplay goes. But it's a good enough story and atmospheric enough that I'm still playing the game and I don't hate it. I'm not disgusted by it like I was with Fallout 4. The only thing that gave Fallout 4 life was the fact that there was a rich modding community on the Nexus. If it was not for the PC modding community, Bethesda wouldn't be as big as it is. As much as people talk about Skyrim, let's face it, everybody remembers Skyrim mod. Skyrim modding was so big, even GameSpot had a show dedicated to it. Then their two hosts got big brain ideas. They quit to do their own thing on YouTube and they've disappeared into the ether. Also, Bethesda is launching a streaming service called Orion. Talk about bad moves. Like, literally. Maybe Bethesda needs to hire me as a consultant, because they can call me Go Gundam. I'm not going to try and do Pete Hines' voice for Todd Howard, I should say. They go, Gundam, we want to launch a streaming service. I'd go, no. Throw that idea out the damn window. There's enough streaming services. Google Stadia, it's not doing well. NVIDIA GeForce Now, it's losing publishers every 5 minutes. Why in God's green earth would anyone pay you for buzz? Get out of here! Call me when you have a good idea! I would make a great boss. I'd pick up a chair and throw it at that motherfucker. Get out! What do you mean a streaming service? You couldn't even launch some Fallout games and give people back their goddamn canvas bags without leaking all their information to other people, you fool! Bethesda is such a joke, dude. A streaming service from Bethesda? Why don't I just go to the dark web myself and leak my information on my own? Let it go. Good to move on. Pixel, this is your fault. I should remove you from mod in the Discord.
Deathloop?
I did. I put
Deathloop
in
and
there.
Ghostwire, yeah.
Yeah. And then
all the stuff you don't know.
Of course, yeah. But this is, again, you'll reveal it right here, right? You know what I mean? Tell me more. I mean, that's the thing, like, because you know.
Let me stop and just say how sad Kind of Funny is. Literally, it's funded and it's got some big names in journalism back in the day behind it. And now they pump out videos and whatnot, and they barely get 20K views. The only reason why the Pete Hines interview got 21K is because so many other channels covered it. Because it was such a fluff. Like, Jesus Christ. When are we going to get some gaming journalists that actually care about gaming and don't just sit there and, like, fluff things? Like, for real, if I was interviewing Pete and he said some of the stuff he said to me, it probably would have ended in a fist fight. He probably would have jumped over that table and tried to kill me. It's a Gundam! Uh-oh. He recognizes my Twitter handle.
How much people love all those, how much Scott, you know, the Vine merch, they're doing different things. And then I would say, not that that's gone away, but it's been changed, right? Like, I remember when Fallout 76 happened and everything was going wrong, it seemed that every day there was something else in the news.
Sure felt like it.
Oh, God. Like, did you understand in those moments? Like, did the team get in those moments of, like, we just got to persevere, we got to get through this?
Yeah. I mean, it was a lot of it. It was a lot of, take a deep breath, like, okay, what do we need to do? What,
Didn't, like, Fallout 76 get outsourced to a smaller team to turn into an online game? And let's face it, Fallout 76 was literally Fallout 4 online. Don't try and play like this was some big, ambitious thing. You guys literally took something you've had and said, games as service? Fortnite is making money off of their fans. Why can't we make even more? We're not selling enough Funko Pop. Todd Howard's platform shoes aren't big enough. We need more money.
You know, and I think it was definitely a reminder that anytime you try and do something really different, we knew that there was risk. Right? Like we weren't just doing safe and narrow, like let's just churn out single player Fallout, Elder Scrolls games every year or every other year, or do this. Like, we tried something that was a pretty big change of direction for that studio. And just because it didn't go well doesn't mean you shouldn't do that. It just means you need to learn the lessons from when you did it, what didn't work well, so that the next time you try something really different, hopefully you avoid some of those problems and issues.
Now, the funny thing is, I don't understand. What was not the safe and narrow? You literally just took Fallout 4 and turned it into an online game. And you can't say that it isn't Fallout 4 when people have literally put in console commands to put the Bridwin from Fallout 4 into Fallout 76 because the assets were already there. It wasn't like you created something new from the ground up. For real, dude. You guys literally were just trying to cash in even more on Fallout. Be real. That's all you gotta do is be real. At least some thoughts on Twitch are real enough to admit they're doing this for money. You are too. Be real, dude. This wasn't any major departure. You guys literally saw how well Fortnite was doing, and all the major developers wanted a piece of that action. Like, remember, didn't they release a Battle Royale mode for this game? They did. Do you hear about it anymore? No, because you don't care. Bethesda literally wanted a games as service game, just like EA wanted a games as service game. That's why we had Anthem. That's why we had Fallout 76. You guys wanted the community to come in, support the game, and buy stupid-ass cosmetics at exorbitant prices. And the least you could have done was at least gave the world life. It was literally a more barren Fallout 4. How do you release something worse than the last piece you dropped? And this is coming from a fan, dude. Like, my God, they acted like instead of doing a Fallout game, they did like a mecha RTS game. And they, you know, it's the same shit, dude. You think we're stupid? You probably do.
Is that what Wastelanders is?
Certainly to some extent. I mean, you know, it's a lot of our belief was always, well, we're going to put this thing out and then see what goes.
Jesus, how long does this thing take? Oh, it's finally operational.
Less of, and
Holy
Wastelanders is
shit.
definitely a response to that. I mean, there's
You guys put this out and knew it wasn't any good, which obviously they knew. They knew the thing was broken all to hell. They remember when it was coming out and they said there's going to be a lot of problems with the game. Remember that tweet? But bear with us and blah, blah, blah. And I was sitting there and I made the analogy of like, would you buy a car under these circumstances? And the answer is no. You know, Ford was like, oh, the new Focus is going to have a couple problems. The drivetrain might snap. There's going to be some hiccups. Some of you might not have a good rear suspension, but bear with us. We're going to work through this. No. Like, only the gaming industry can they release half-baked products and walk and get away with it. And then you wouldn't buy a cup of, like, a quart of milk or a gallon, and then, like, on the box it says, oh, this gallon of milk might just burst open because of bad manufacturing. Sucks to suck. Lol.
There's definitely things that players have done that we just didn't really think would happen. Like the fact that by and large folks just aren't all that interested in PvP.
Yeah.
With each other. But like that they really enjoy more either just interacting in some way, like going to visit each other's camps.
Sure. You put vending machines in, right?
Pete Hines just tells you Fallout fans aren't really interested in PvP. I could have told you that at the board meeting when you guys pitched it. Once again, you could have called me. Gundam. We want to do an online game of Fallout 4, but remove all the things that at least made Fallout 4 Fallout. We're also going to put in PvP. The only people interested in PvP and Fallout would be trolls, which is what happened.
This is the strongest queer I've ever met. Another level of gay.
Oh my God, this is terrible. Could somebody please?
Which became a meme on the internet, and everyone's like, oh my God, harassment. I'm like, it's funny. I wish to God the guys who beat me up calling me a queer just did it online. I'd be happy as a pig in shit. I wouldn't have a broken rib cage. But I digress. Children today, they can't even take insults. Some of these men, if you want to call them, growing up now, you went to school with me, you would have exploded into nothingness.
Because you do get pigeonholed into, like, I'm only ever making this kind of game. I mean, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but, you know, you don't get Horizon Zero Dawn if that team sticks to what they were known for and had always made. They pivoted and tried something that I think is substantially different than what they had made before. And it's one of my favorite games of the last 5 years. And so
Goodbye. Patronizing.
How Pete Hines can equate Fallout 76 to Horizon Zero Dawn is genuinely amazing to me. Honest to God. Fallout 76 is still a Fallout game. Horizon Zero Dawn is a totally different intellectual property than, what was it, Killzone? For God's sakes, Pete? Two totally different things. Those are totally different games. We went into two different areas. FPS shooter to like an action-adventure game. On top of that, Horizon Zero Dawn didn't try to sell their fan base expensive-ass Christmas costumes. Horizon Zero Dawn didn't put out like alloy bow and arrows that if you bought one, you had to be careful because it might have mold in it and give people with allergies a real problem, Pete. You guys monetized the out of Fallout 76. The ever-loving dude. Jesus Christ. And Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't have even 10% of the bugs that Fallout 76 had. What is this, dude? And Greg Miller, oh, Jesus. Since there's new community guidelines, I can't say 95% of the stuff I want to say. But Greg Miller, instead of having any level of goddamn chutzpah.
What's up?
There is no obligation in the universe to make sense to you out there. Consider only victory. Make defeat an impossibility in your mind. Activating the barrier.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Elementary application. Identify one with the objective. Barrier in place. Back to me. Barrier unstable. Evidence suggests a sniper ahead.
Let's get you healed up.
Activating the barrier.
Helden sterben nicht.
That means it's playing again.
No one can hide from my sight. Fire at will.
Pass into the iris. Evidence suggests a sniper ahead. Retrieving the barrier. Barrier. One point to barrier. No longer exists. place.
动作不许走。
Barrier is about to break. Leaving the barrier. Barrier in place. Das Universum sinkt vorbei!
No one can hide from my sight.
It's playing again.
Best round.
Das Universum sinkt vorbei!
Score 0-1. Come on. Your safety is my primary concern. Time to do some research. Hey.
Greetings.
Hello. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective. I'm out of here.
Yeah, time to heal up.
Please move behind the barrier. Don't move. Analyzing previous combat performance. Stop right there. Barrier activated. Stop this shot, Please move behind the barrier. Don't wait. Helden sterben nicht. EMP activated. Please move behind the barrier. You're not getting away. Attack cease your resistance.
Just so simple!
Mercy on call. I must rejoin my team. Overtime.
Das Universum sinkt vorbei! What in the melody?
Oof.
Play of the game. Traveling to Hanamura. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
No dying on my watch.
I ain't much for waiting around.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
No one's beating my high scores!
I passed many an hour of my misspent youth here.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attack commences.
What's up?
Capture objective A. Let the go! Enemy contact.
Much better. Let them up! Activating the barrier.
Thank you. You have my thanks. Thank you. Objective A captured. Commence attack on objective B.
Enemies in our orbit.
That's what happens when you have a mic.
Regen up!
Ladies and gentlemen, what's in this capture engine? Coming back! Knocking them off. Group up. Group up with me.
Regen, bro!
Fire at will!
What is that melody? That could have gone better.
Get in here! You get up!
He's gone.
Let them up! About to break. Bubbles down. Weekend burst What is that?
Score 2-0. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
No dying on my watch.
Thanks.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Soon we will see if the hypotheses are correct. Hello. Activating the barrier. Hello. Hello.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Barrier unstable.
Loosen up.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei. Get behind me. You're moving. You are
Let them out.
Team up for special attacks.
Well, it could be worse.
I recommend moving behind my barrier.
Get in here.
Taking the immortality field. Uncanny attitude positive là.
60 seconds remaining.
Weekend burst activated.
Tactical visor activated.
Hold position. We got this. Get inside.
Victory.
Sits there and goes, yeah, you're right, Pete, you're right. Grow some nuts, Greg. My God, you could have called him out on this. This is bullshit. Jesus Christ. This is journalism now. This is gaming journalism. I mean, you don't have to have my level of rage or anything, but you could have at least said to Pete, like, that's a bad take, dude. It really is. They basically took an intellectual property. You know why Fallout 76 was Fallout 76? Because Bethesda knew. If they tried to do something like this and it wasn't under the Fallout umbrella, no one would have bought it. I played the game. I played the demo. I got a copy of the game because someone thought they were funny. They sent me a copy. I still won't play it. I didn't use the key or nothing. You know why? Because I don't want to play that trash again. It is a complete bastardization of a great franchise. It is a clear sign that Bethesda is like DSP. At one time, they were on top, and now it's 2020. You know, you can't keep doing what worked for you back in 2011 in 2020. That's why you fail. And don't even get me started on the Creation Club. You guys literally took the modding scene and tried to monetize it because you guys want to make more money. I understand that's how businesses work. But Jesus, tap dancing, Christ, man. Start getting people pay for mods and stuff. Maybe make a game that's better. Broken down, same engine for over a decade.
I mean, you're hoping that when you try something risky and different that you end up with Horizon Zero Dawn and not with a lot of bumps and issues, but that doesn't...
Well, if you wanted to try something risky and end up with a Horizon Zero Dawn, here's a crazy take. Maybe do something new. Because that's what the creators of Killzone did. Totally different. Equating 76 to Horizon is ridiculous.
Mean you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Sure. And I have to imagine, like you're talking about, right? Like, it's double-edged in a couple of ways where on the one hand, yeah, keep making the same kind of thing, the same single-player role-playing epics, right? And everybody's happy until they're not. Until they sit there and you become Telltale, right? And it's like, it's the same thing again. It's the same engine. It's the same whatever. We're all mad about that, and now we're going to public opinion swing on that. Right. But also there's the, what you're talking about of you have creative types making creative games and wanting to, I assume, branch out and do different things.
Stretch their legs a little.
Wow,
Right,
what a
yeah.
So
stretch.
if you keep
Fallout
them boxed
76.
in, then what
What
happens
a
to them?
leg
They leave, they go
stretch.
to a different studio, they start their own.
Sure. I mean, the same argument could be made, like, well, why bother making Starfield when you know what everybody wants is the Elder Scrolls 6? Well, it's a combination of things, not the least of which is the studio wanted to work on something else that wasn't just the two IPs that they had been developing exclusively since.
As far as Starfield goes, I hope to God you guys use different engine. That's all I gotta say. Like, pay Epic for the Unreal Engine. Do something. Don't keep doing what you've been doing. It's falling apart. That's all I'm saying about that. I have no opinion on Stardew. Stardew. That's what it should be called. Star Valley. But, you know, I don't care. One way or the other. Because at this point with Bethesda, it's just kind of like, I know what they're going to do. They're going to put out something on that tired-ass engine. It's going to be buggy as hell. And we'll get to laugh at how incompetent the company is.
Yeah.
But I still, you know, subscribe to the subreddit, so I see all the updates. And the people who are in there who've put in thousands of hours, right, and have gotten to this point. And even when it was launched and not where people wanted it to be, the people that were doing their own role playing, right, that were walking around in groups and were giving out their own quests and sending people to do stuff,
Right.
like, that shit's awesome.
Yeah.
And I hope that, like, with the Wastelanders and bringing more people in, that you get a second chance at having those kind of experiences and people coming in and seeing what that game is.
I hope so. And my belief is that the game will be all the better because we have this really dedicated, large group of fans that have stuck with us through all the bumps and the issues and keep playing, that have gone beyond what the game does to add to the game themselves in a way.
The thing he's trying to drive home is that the people who are still on the game have to breathe life into that world. Like, everyone has to role play everything. You know why, you know, Final Fantasy XIV is still successful, Bethesda? Because they don't force the players to fill every role of the damn game. So literally, a dude has to build a bar to give people little fetch quests for. So it's up to the entire player base to make your game interesting and worth playing. You know, if you're going to go through that much hassle, why not open a real bar? You know?
How much of games industry, podcast articles, whatever, chatter, do you pay attention to about Fallout 76 at this point? Because I feel like every conversation that comes up, it's going to talk about Anthem. It's going to talk about No Man's Sky. It's going to
Yeah. I mean, if it's somebody that I know actually plays the game, then yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, here's somebody else putting up their video because they know it gets clicks and like talking crap about 76 gets you lots of, then like I have no interest. Like,
sure.
I'm interested in hearing from.
Nicely done.
Oh my god, dude. And they all have the same fucking guns,
Shit,
dude.
yeah, it's all caps and bullets. Everybody has the same skull. Let's just find this garbage upstairs and get the hell out of here before I die.
You eat more dog food.
No, I feel like I'm dying playing this.
Doesn't tell me what the mission is. Doesn't tell me jack shit.
The last time I felt this sick playing a game is fucking Dragon Age 2. Thank God we're outside.
Oh, no, dude, I'm legitimately getting sick from this game.
Yeah.
One mouse. The head bobbing. Should
we just quit?
Is that similar to Elder Scrolls Online when it launched? Because it's been that thing, right?
No. I mean, again, Elder Scrolls Online was not rainbows and unicorns. Like, but it wasn't the same of like going way out of my way to just put up stuff bashing this thing because everybody will click on it. Whereas with Fallout 76, it was, whether that's because it was Bethesda Game Studios or because I don't know, but it definitely had a different a different tone and vibe than with VSO.
Well, sure, yeah, it was like what the easy punch.
I'll show them.
What are you looking at?
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
This is my kind of city. Lights, camera, action! Let's shoot for a new high score. Hey.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
Helden sterben nicht.
Got you in my sights. I'm on fire. Come here, get stabilized. Don't kill me
Objective A captured. Escort
Here, I get him.
the payload.
Oh, the payload and movement.
Anyone need some healing? The war goes on. I'm not a young man anymore.
We need to get the payload moving. Pick up the pace.
Get over here,
Helden sterben nicht.
I've got you in my sights. Everyone heal up.
Check this out.
Time to leave my ATM. I could use some healing.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Self-destruct sequence.
I've got you on my sights. Got you in my sights.
Score 3-0. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Our world is worth fighting for. I will shield you. Wonder if I have time to get hot again.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Ming, I love reading your journal. I'm so jealous you get to go to all those places.
That's true. I guess you don't get to travel very much.
Group up.
5, 4, 3,
Group up with me.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Not today, Diva.
I'm on fire. Come on, try me.
Let's up the tempo.
冰墙升起来吧。
60 seconds
get back in the fight.
30 seconds remaining.
We almost got this. Don't screw it up.
Double victory. Play of the game.
Rally to me!
Double
Vengeance